Oh, I ain't even peed.
Mm-hmm.
I had to put it on because you know the new boys is pulling up, man. The new young boys. You feel me?
Yo, that's bad. Yo, bro, I was thinking the same thing when I put the shirt on. That's fair. Oh man, yo, we're live though. I'm sorry, man. We was having a little tangent before we went live, and welcome back to another episode of the Flagrant 2 with X and Lou. I'm Lou, that's X, and man, NBA draft, baby, draft night. Where Drake at, man? Where Drake at? I can't play. I want to get strike down for
No, no,
copyright
no, no.
infringement.
We already playing it close.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna be playing it close
Right.
because we are gonna be showing the NBA draft live, giving you coverage and our analysis about these picks and everything. Feel like everything is slow right now. Let me find out just what else is running in my background on my PC. But yeah, man. I hope everybody's ready for draft night because it's gonna be popping,
Yeah,
popping, popping.
it's gonna be interesting, man. It just feels like it's just so crazy because how the season went.
Mm.
That the season had to be extended a little longer, and it's just everything started late. The fact that you just literally had the finals like a week or two ago,
Yeah,
raised the champion, went through the parade, and now the following week it's like boom,
yeah.
draft
That's a
night. So it's like you literally know what you need. If you was the last team, you literally thinking of the last 2 weeks, yo, this is what we need. If we even got a pick.
yeah. Yeah.
So because
Nah, that's a whole fact. All right, so let me pull everything up. But let's see this draft order. I should have had all of this prepared.
yeah, we should have. We was partying and bullshit.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Uh okay, let's see the order and everything. So we got Orlando. The top 5 picks will be Orlando. Sorry, hold on. Orlando, Oklahoma City, Houston, Sacramento, and Detroit. Now there has been talks and speculation about exactly if these picks are going to, stay, who's going to trade. Knicks
Uh-huh.
are talking about trading up. Paces maybe trying to get into the mix of things. There's a lot of people trying to move up, a lot of moving parts. Out of the first 5 that we see on the board, between Orlando, OKC, Houston, Sacramento, and Detroit, who do you think trades out? And
You know
and and with who?
the highest percentage. I can't even say with who honestly, but I know the highest percentage is going to be Sacramento,
Mhm.
and it's because they're just stuck in a tough place where they drafted guards for the past few years. And now they're in a position where they're stuck where the next best player on the board is a guard. So people are going for that. So it's like the fact that they don't really need a guard is like they're in a position where teams have to be like, you look, we know we could get Jaden Ivey at this point.
Yep.
So a trade will concur. Will happen. It will happen if they don't actually just be like, you know what? Let's just had the fastest backcourt in the world, just had
I,
the fastest backcourt in the world with these two.
I think that the Kings. I'm not to say that they don't prioritize any other position, but for the past a couple of years, they've only prioritized the backcourt. They haven't really prioritized the front court. I think the trade for Sabonis kind of gave them a little bit more, but they still don't have a quality center. They don't really have a wing. Harrison Barnes was, he's getting old. He's old, man. He's old, and you don't really have anybody at the wing. You downsize. You got all these guys. You traded out. Then they trade.
Halliburton.
They trade Halliburton. So Halliburton went to Detroit.
The pace. No, Halliburton went to the Pacers for
Went to the
Sabonis.
Pacers. Okay, for the
Yeah.
Sabonis. Yeah. So, but you look at that and you're like, what there's not much that you need to add as far as the backcourt. So I understand them wanting to trade out, but there's still quality forwards and whether it be power or small that are there within the taking in the first 10 picks.
Yeah, that's understandable. But when you think about it, you got other teams that want that guy. Instead of letting them fall to Detroit, you could trade the picks back to say Detroit if they want Jaden Ivey, and be like, just give us something else. Maybe even get a future pick. Who knows? But get something out of it. It's literally like having a player. It's literally like a sign and trade. Instead of letting that player just go by picking them up, or you could just pick them up yourself and then still figure out a trade later.
Mm-hmm.
But you could still go ahead and pick something up for the guy when that's your spot. Like, okay, we suck so bad that we got the 4th pick.
Right.
Now this is our asset and you want it. So give us something. Clearly you want it. We don't need it. But if we get it, we're going to have it.
That was actually another I want to say thing I wanted to say about the sign and trade, Kyrie. Kyrie. I mean, what's gonna happen with Kyrie? I mean, you clearly he wants his money. He wants at the very least another couple of years, whether it be with Brooklyn or with somebody else. He doesn't want a 1-year contract, which is understandable. If you're gonna do the smaller contracts, then let it be like the LeBron type of contracts where you do the 2 years with the player option in the end. I'm not mad that he has an opt in. Get your money. You don't know what's gonna happen this year. You could get injured, and then that your value just dropped tremendously. Then again, it's also you opt out. You could go to any other team, but they're not gonna be able to pay you what you want to be paid, or you can opt in and do a sign and trade. Will he be a Brooklyn Net at the start of the season or not?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of the options that he has is not even in his favor right now. We can look at the situation, and the Brooklyn is literally the team who literally has the upper hand in this. Despite of anything, you don't want to lose Kyrie because you want to keep KD.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when negotiations come around toward Kyrie himself, it's the only reason he kind of has a hand to play is because of KD. If it's just Kyrie alone, he really doesn't have any hand in this because all the teams that he target that he want to go to, they can't even pay the man. Like, so your only option is like, if the Brooklyn's give me this, I could take this. If I just opt out, now I'm going to lose money regardless, and now I got to go to another team. And so it's like, regardless, he's on a bad end of it. But the way the players have been and the way they run the league is just like somehow, some way, how these players go about their business, they make it happen.
Yeah,
something's gonna happen, and it's just like, hey, look, I don't know. Me as a Brooklyn, I don't know. I'm on the end where it's like, I'm on the end where I'm on the player's side, but at the end of the day, some of these GMs just gotta fight back and be like, you know what? Forget you. We gotta do what we need to do for our organization and keep it pushing. But
I mean, you have to. I mean, it's a business.
Yeah, at the end of the day. But I still want Kyrie to sit there and stay in Brooklyn because I want to see what can it possibly be with a healthy KD, a Kyrie, if he actually decides to play throughout the whole year. So we ain't gonna say health about that, and then a healthy Ben Simmons. See what that
Ben Simmons would be healthy. Right, and then you kind of give Kyrie a little bit more longevity because he doesn't have to be the primary ball handler. He can play a lot of off ball, and he did well with that in Cleveland. With LeBron, he did well playing off the ball. 50% of the time, he wasn't the primary ball handler, and with Ben Simmons, it kind of gives you the luxury of not only adding defense to the first unit, but also taking a lot of the stress off of KD too. You have two guys that can get to the rim and score. I mean, one more than the other, obviously. But they can get to the rim and they can score. and that takes a lot of pressure off of KD, where he doesn't have to do so many isolations and so many pick and pop situations where it's like shot clock down, and it's just it's on him now to create a
Yeah.
shot. That's what he needs. He needed that. I think that a full season with with both of them together, KD and Kyrie, a full season with them together, a full chemistry season of them gelling, that would be monumental for them. And then you add Ben Simmons into the mix. I think that they could be a premier starting five in the league.
Yeah. And like I said, Kyrie's not really in a big position, but it's just the fact that the Brooklyn already, they went out their way to sign these guys, get them here, and it's just like they still want to. If I was Brooklyn, I still gotta put them chips in and be like, you know what, we already started the process,
Yeah,
and we gotta figure out the way to make the best of it. And it's just like if you lose Kyrie, what else are you gonna have that in Brooklyn?
other than Ben Simmons.
Exactly.
And Ben Simmons is not a shot creator. He's not somebody that's going to go out there and create his own shot. He could push the break, he could get to the rim, but he's not somebody that you're going to rely on like a Kyrie who can create his own shot.
Mm-hmm. Who could score is the real thing. He can create shots for others, but he can't really create a shot for himself. And that means he got to hold the team on his back, with the team actually having his back. That's tough to ask in this day and age where everybody's shooting threes and everybody making their own shots. It's tough to go against that with just a Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I totally agree. Going away from that for a little bit, I want to actually discuss who do you think is gonna go number one overall. I think that is for the first time in a while. It's not a consensus on who's gonna go number one.
I think because the thing about it, the top three people are all front court players, all forwards, all
Jabari Smith,
forwards,
Chet
small
forwards, and
yeah.
Paulo.
So it's like the thing about it. I see in Orlando, you already know with Wendell Carter Jr., they already have a center that's who they're moving forward with as their center. Mm-hmm. So it's like to have Chet right there with him. It's just like these two is going to bring like kind of, same similar thing. And honestly, I think you need more versatile defender out there for the Orlando to be successful. Somebody who's long, who's big. And I think Jabari Parker is going to be number one. And that's just how I feel about it.
Jabari Parker.
You know what I mean? Jabari Smith Jr. It's just literally he brings what they need as far as somebody who could shoot. You have two guards that you're still trying to mold and make sure they could do what they do. A former first round pick. You got who's the light skinned brother? Why is his name escaping me?
In Orlando?
Yes. Damn, why is his name escaping me? He was a former player's son too. I don't know why his name is escaping me.
You talking about what's his face? The guard. You talking about the guard?
Yeah,
the guard?
They got two guards that they literally, they still developing and getting right. So it's not like, and I just think Jabari is just going to be a better fit as far as how it goes over there. And I just like him more because the way the basketball is going with more versatile wings who could guard perimeter, who could still help in the paint and do a lot of things out there is literally the way of the future. So for me, I feel like Jabari is that guy, but he's also one of those guys that's like, it's so much upside if he turns out well, but he could also be a bust. So he has a bigger potential to be a bust out of these guys.
I like Paulo. Honestly, I'm really high on Paulo. I think that he excelled in Duke. He did a lot of great things on both sides of the ball. I think the one area he needs to truly work on is his inside out game on the offensive side. But I mean, he has a ton of upside defensively. Offensively, he has a lot of good skill sets that he's coming into the league with, and he still has size. Like he has true size. Like Jabari. I don't think that he's as versatile as Jabari, where Jabari could kind of guard 1 through 5. Where I think Paolo's more of a more of a 2 through 5. He's not a true versatile defender, but I feel like he's not somebody that is going to become a liability if he was to move, like if he has to guard a one on an island essentially. So I'm very high on Paulo. I just don't think that he's gonna go number one. I think that there's a reason why Houston traded Christian Wood. And that was because they feel like they're going to land Paulo. But I think Jabari Smith or Paulo for either one of those teams would either be Magic or Houston. I think that'll be a big pickup. I'm not sold on a Chet Holmgren to OKC. I'm not. I know, like that's his most likely landing spot. I'm just not sold on him.
Yeah.
To me, like they give them this moniker that's a unicorn and everything. Well, guess what happened to the last unicorn? You know,
what you mean? P was, he was good this time early.
Porzingis?
Yeah, come on, bro. Don't do KP like that. Don't do him like that. Like he wasn't.
Look.
If he stood healthy, it would have been a whole different thing. That's the tough part.
We're in a league where it's what have you done for me lately?
Yeah,
and what has he done for me lately? But that's what I'm trying to say. Like I think that
he had a decent year this year in Washington when he got traded. When he got traded to Washington, he showed well out. I ain't gonna lie.
Look. That's a microcosm because Washington was horrible. So I don't want to like. It's easy to be good on a bad team. It is. It's easy to look like the star on a team that's a lot of rebound. I mean, I'm not sold on it at all. I think that I think that Holmgren or whatever will be I think that he's gonna be good. I don't think he's special. I don't think that he's a top 2 pick, and I know that he's more than likely gonna go in the top 2.
Yeah,
that's me personally. I don't.
No, and what it is, I think it's his skill set. I think, and the thing about it is he's projected to go to OKC. I think, honestly, if he plays out the way he does, he's a good rim protector. He can actually switch out a bit. You don't want to have that happen in a high volume, but he can switch out on the perimeter. And with Lou Dort there, you have a great defender already who's gonna fight around screens. So all you gotta have just Chet be, a little drop coverage, show a little. He could do that. And he shows he's mobile enough to do things like that. So it's just like I think him in OKC will be phenomenal. If it plays out exactly how everybody wants it to play out, and we all want the story, everything to play out well for every player because we want everybody to be good. But I think it's just it would be a crazy look for them there. And if Orlando mess around and pick up Chet, the next best person because I think that really what they need is spacing and defense on over there would be Jabari. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, those are the reason them two are really up there is because they have more defensive acumen than Paolo.
Right.
And that's really what those teams need.
I mean, yeah, and you're looking at 2 young teams as well. 2 young teams that they want to get their core together and they want to be able to grow together. You're not looking for them to win next year or in the next couple of years. You're looking for them to grow, build, and then win. I want to step aside and go to the Portland trade. So Jeremy Grant was traded to the Portland Trailblazers for a pick and believe some cash or whatever. And I know one of the picks was a first rounder, but I think the first rounder was for 2025, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
which is crazy. Like that's like 2 years out. Like that's a while ago before you get that pick.
It's a while ago, and it reminds me of they traded him for a pick in a fax machine. Somebody got traded for a fax machine before, and that's really how this one feels. I think for Jeremy Grant is going to be good because that's what they need out there in Portland. He's a versatile player who could play defense and also could actually, score a bit. And we've seen Jeremy Grant. He's not a number one option.
He's like a number 3 option.
Yeah, exactly. He's a there's a Batman Robin. The Butler name.
Yeah,
everybody needs Alfred.
Everybody needs Alfred.
And that's literally what he's better as, like become that third option and excel in that. We've seen exactly what Wiggins did. If you're longer than him, pause.
Right.
Which, you know what I mean? You got taller than him. You could go ahead and grab a rebound. You average 4.5 rebounds and you're 6'9". Step it up, buddy. This is a new day and age of basketball. You got to be that versatile 4.
Yep.
Because right now, you look at the pick, they're going to probably pick somebody who could play that 3 spot. And y'all two got to be versatile together where y'all just flip flop. It don't matter who, y'all both at the 3 damn near, but y'all got to rebound and score the ball.
Yeah, I mean, basketball becoming more and more positionless. So, yeah, exactly. And then when you go small ball, I mean, he's there. I mean, you could essentially go small ball and put him at the center, but he has to be able to box out and rebound. You're absolutely right. The 6'9" forward, you shouldn't be averaging 4 rebounds a game. It should be around more like the 6 or 7 mark. I mean, you got smaller guys than you averaging more rebounds, and that's just unacceptable. But I will say this: I think that the trade, it was a good trade, and it kind of leveled the landscape a little bit more as far as needs, because there's a lot of teams that need a premier power forward. So with Jeremy Grant going from Detroit, now you look at Detroit like, okay, can Detroit go after a Randall? Can they go after somebody else? And then I saw the rumor that DeJounte Murray to the Pistons. I don't like it. I don't like it, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't like it.
Go ahead.
You got Cade. You got
Killian Hayes.
You got Killian Hayes. Why do you need DeJounte Murray?
Because Killian Hayes ain't cutting it.
No, I get it, but
that's the easiest. Killian Hayes, you ain't cutting it. You're better just to come off the bench and then give us some minutes from there to hold it down for us. But you're not cutting it. That's the real way of saying it. But
you're looking at 2 ball dominant guards. Even if it's just Cade and Murray, you're looking at 2 ball dominant guards who have almost similar skill sets. And I don't know. I don't like it personally. I'd much rather him go to DeJounte Murray go to a situation where he's actually going to be utilized in his natural position and be and flourish in that. I mean, you look at the Knicks need a point guard. You look at I would even go as far to say the Celtics need a point guard. Yeah. I much more rather him in a better situation where he's going to be able to flourish. I don't like Detroit.
It's the thing too. It's like I hear what you're saying about being on ball, but it's the crazy thing since they're both similar and even the size. Like this Cade is like 6. What is he like 6'6", 6'7"?
He's 6'5", I think. 6'5", 6'6".
DeJounte Murray is the same height. The thing about it is the way and they're both good defenders. The thing about it, they would start a whole different evolution of basketball as far as these 2 guys could score and defend at the guard position. Mm-hmm. So it's really a tough thing where you got to think about it. The guards positions could simply switch, and that's the way Detroit have been moving their defense throughout this year. Right. They've been moving to the switch, and they got what's the other guy named their 3-man who was showing out. But anyway, I forgot his name. I don't know why these names escaping me. But he even showed out this year. He dropped like 40 points in one game. Some crazy, you know what I mean? Like he was going ham. And I think if you throw Murray in there, I understand what you're saying and just about their numbers and how they play, this, that, and the third. But when you think about it in a different aspect of how they want to play their basketball game and the way Detroit's moving, it would be a good fit for them. But do I see it working? Because, I don't really see it working. They still gonna need somebody just got to step up and be a star regardless. And Dejounte Murray ain't even that. Like so,
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I mean, it really
that's
just
why it
comes
wouldn't
down
work.
to
But as far as the way they play, I think it would be exciting. They would be contenders, and they would make something happen.
yeah, I think that they'll make some noise, especially in the East. I mean, I'm really high on DeJounte Murray. I think the two of my favorite young guards right now. One of them being Murray, the other one being Shy Gilgeous.
Yeah,
I
shit.
mean, I'm high on him as well. Um, but I mean, it's just you look at it from that aspect. It's more of a kind of a pick your poison almost. You want to move and be more revolutionary in your offense and how you are able to not only go out there and defend but also be able to have the ability to score when everything else is stagnant and you're in a half court sets and nothing is materializing. Yeah, you got 2 point guards that could go out and do that, but you also have 2 point guards who don't have experience of being the actual leader, and none of them have the experience to get
Mhm.
certain guys into their spots, knowing when to pull the trigger and when not. I mean, these are still two young guys with very a lot of upside, but they don't have the experience and they don't have the leadership at this moment in their careers. And I don't know if you want to go through those growing pains in Detroit
Yeah.
with two guys that have that that may have all the talent in the world but don't have the necessary leader. Who are you going to employ on the floor for you when things go wrong? Who's going to be that guy that steps up and is like, you know what, nothing is going right, I'm going to will my team to win? There's nobody there. DeJounte didn't have it in San Antonio. Like, who did they reflect to? They
I
didn't
mean,
reflect to
DeJounte,
DeJounte.
DeJounte, nah, my man DeJounte could get buckets. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean by that attitude that like, yo, I'm gonna get it and nobody could stop me. I'm gonna get my bucket and nobody could stop me type of thing. But I think DeJounte he could develop into that for real, honestly. But I know what you mean. They just need a veteran, if anything. If that trade does happen, they need a veteran who's gonna get it and pull them all together. But it's gonna be a tough thing. So like you said, that trade, I just like that, just because they're both still young minded and not situated, settled, like as far as to be like, yo, I'm gonna be the leader. Who's got this, who's doing that, and make it work. So like I can see it being bad, but I'm just saying off the attributes and like what they all bring to the table and the way Detroit's playing, that's the only reason it would be good. But as far as like you said, the mentality and having anybody hold it down and hold everything accountable and just be that player, that leader in the locker room and everything, that's just the one thing that they would really need, because it's a whole bunch of young players. Even they even got the big from Sacramento who went Bagley. He showed out. He showed well with Cade. I ain't gonna lie. He did well with Cade, but he's not a person who you can think is leading. And it's no really names that you really think like, all right, it's gonna settle us down and keep us engaged and doing the right thing during the game.
Right, and there's not a lot of um not a lot of veterans hitting the market that you would warrant to bring to Detroit to want to mold these guys. A lot of the veterans that will be hitting the market, they're looking to go to a team that's going to contend. Not saying that Detroit can't contend with the if they was able to get Murray, but what are you giving up to get Murray? It's not going to just be a pick. There's going to have to be players involved. There's going to have to be you're giving up assets. You're giving up, farm in order to get him. So I mean, it's a double-edged sword. I much rather see DeJounte in a better situation. Boston is one team that comes to mind. The Knicks, um, uh, uh shoot, even Miami. You look at Miami. I think that he'll be great in Miami. Have Kyle come off the bench.
Yeah, but it's all about the trade scenarios. Who else they got to give up for that?
Yeah.
And it's just like,
I mean,
who are
and
they
they already
going to
traded.
give
They
up?
already traded
I
Jeremy
think
Grant. So Grant would have been a good piece to, package into that deal. And they already traded him. So, now the only thing that they could really give up is maybe cash considerations and a whole bunch of picks. But do you really want to give up your entire farm necessarily? Because what
Exactly.
happens
Just for
what happens if
go
you're
ahead.
not able to contend this year?
Yeah,
You can end up back in the lottery, and now
they
that
wouldn't
lottery
be
pick
able to
goes to a different team.
contend. They're
Yeah.
still not contenders, even with these type of moves that they make right now.
Yeah, I think they'll compete, but yeah, I don't think they're true contenders.
Yeah, so they don't even want to give up. You can't even give up picks, so you have to give us something on the bench, and I ain't really got nothing on the bench or nothing. They just gotta build through the draft still until they're ready.
I love all these fits, man. Look at these fits.
My man Benedict.
These fits is nice. I don't like how they doing these WWE intros though.
Chill.
I like these WWE intros, man.
Keegan Murray. What's up? They talk about him going to sack.
Yeah. Shaden Sharp, they talk about him going to the Knicks. I like Shaden. I like Shaden. That boy could shoot.
They got to trade up for him. You got to think
That,
about it.
nah,
They
yeah,
thinking
that's a.
about moving DeJounte
So
Murray even.
we got a question from
Spurs could get him.
23 Durstoid. I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I butchered that Twitch name, but yeah, he said who y'all got going number one. Well, I think both of us have Jabari Smith going number one, but I think it's gonna be a toss up between him and Paulo. But I believe X has Jabari going number one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could see Paulo though, but I got
I can see
Jabari
Paulo.
definitely.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
you
know.
got
I
with
like Paulo,
window
man. I like
with
Paulo.
window Carter next to him. I think you could take the chance because he brings more playmaking. Paulo and actually score ability just in case anything doesn't go well with your two guards.
Yeah,
Which I can see that happening. Them not taking a next leap to being better.
that's my boy Ty.
Yeah, and then with Jabari, like Jabari can't really self-create out there, so he needs these guards to get him going. And at the end of the day, I don't think none of these point guards is really point guards who are going to get him going on Orlando. So it's tough.
Yeah, that's tough. I think Paulo will be the more safe pick, if anything, because of the fact that he can create his own shots. Not just create shots for others. I think Jabari needs more of a pick and roll situation or maybe an ISO. It's not something that you're gonna give him the ball and tell him to go score.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm liking these fits though. Look at my boy Mark. Look at my boy Mark. I should play the sound, but I don't want to get us flagged.
I heard that.
I don't want to get us flagged, man.
I heard that.
Oh yeah, I forgot they in Brooklyn.
You already know, man. New York. Yeah, and
Brooklyn.
you already feel it, man. They in Brooklyn, man. The draft is held out there, man. I think I give it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm sitting here saying this to myself, man. I give it like 2 to 3 years, man. They're gonna have a sideline on the draft talking our talk.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. We're gonna be out there. We gonna be doing our interviews and stuff. We're gonna put that into the universe.
They're gonna have us on YouTube. NBA gonna be like, I need you to do our YouTube channel at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we gonna be sponsored by NBA TV, man. We're gonna speak that into existence. So we got a question. My name Derek, by the way, but I think Jabari too. But I'm hoping for Chet because that would be so sick for Suggs. That's his name, Suggs, bro. That's Suggs and Chet to team up again. I'm not mad at that. I'm not really as high on Suggs as a lot of people. I think Suggs is a good player, but I don't think he's a first or even a second option. I think he's more of a third option. I think he could develop into a second or first option, but I think he's still a third option that has to be a first option right now. Go ahead.
And let's keep it funky. Like, I understand we drafted you last season. You've been playing well. You ain't been playing phenomenal or anything. But you ain't
Yeah.
been playing on that level where it's like, you know what? I need players that are your friends to come here.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I understand that Chet thing would be good, but they already got a guy like Wendell Carter. So right now you got rim protection.
Yeah.
What you really need is somebody who's going to be versatile out there. And that's the only reason why I feel like Jabari Parker, Jabari Smith. Oh my God, I keep doing that. Jabari Smith is going to be that guy, but I wouldn't be mad if they did pick Chet because it's like we see what Cleveland's doing out there with big men. And the thing about it, Chet can space the floor, so he works with Wendell.
Yeah.
So it's like, regardless, I think though that Chet being there isn't even a bad idea.
No, it's not.
Fantastic idea.
I think that they go with more proven accommodation, and that would be between Paulo and Smith as far as what they want to do, because you see that the offense that they run, it's a lot of high screening roles, get the guards moving and get the guards into a three position, whereas they could either have the choice to drive or shoot. Suggs excels in that, as far as reading the floor, knowing if he's coming off the screen to shoot or not. And I think having Chet there gives him still that ability, because you could have Chet pick and pop. So you could literally, instead of him rolling to the basket, you're having him pop out to the hash or pop out to the corner. And it's a lot of moving parts with that. But I think that he's gonna have more opportunities like that in OKC, where they're a more run and gun type of team. And you have Chet on a team like that, you don't have to on a fast break. He's going straight to the corner. He's going straight to that corner and then posting up, ready for that three on a fast break. I don't think he's necessarily going to do that in Orlando. I think Orlando, they're going to have him do a lot more different things, and a lot of that stuff is going to be bang bang paint stuff, and that's not his game. So I don't see him being in Orlando. I don't think they go for that. Now, not to say I won't be surprised. I'm not going to be surprised if they do pick him up. I think that the three top forwards, they deserve to go in the top three.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I could agree with that. I don't know about that Orlando having them in the paint type of stuff. I still see him spaced out more because Suggs likes the attack, or he could use the screen. So which is, if he uses the screen, hopefully he gets better at screen navigations this year too, so he can open up more shots for Chet on a corner shots or little quick rolls. But I don't know, man. I just still don't. I don't know. Suggs just ain't that guy for me, bro. I can't lie.
I mean, like I said, he's not your first option. He's your second or third option at best at this point. I mean, and I still think that he can develop. He could develop into a
Mhm.
second, or I don't want to say a full first option, but a reliable first option when he's the only one on the court that can actually do it.
Yeah, I think
But
he give me like Kimba Walker vibes. Like,
yeah,
as far as
yeah,
NBA player, like he could score, he'd be excited, but it's just like he don't
he's just
really
not
do
that guy right now.
anything.
And
Yeah,
and and, and neither is the other guard, the one with the dreads, where his dad was also in the league too. He got the hops. I forget his name.
bro. Let me see.
Yeah. I know these guys' names, man. They keep
Their
slipping my
names
mind,
is,
man.
bro. Like, I know, like we know exactly who we
You know
talking
who
about.
I'm talking about. We just don't know their names.
Oh yeah. R.I.P. my guy Caleb Swanigan, man. Gotta
Oh
put that
yeah,
out there.
yeah, yeah, man. Condolences to him and his family.
Damn, Orlando only had 22 wins last season. Sheesh. Couldn't have been me. Oh, RJ Hampton?
No, not RJ. I like RJ. I like RJ.
Oh,
Isn't that
Gary.
that's it?
Oh, I forgot they got Gary Harris later.
Yeah. They got him later in the season. I'm talking about that other guard, the one with the
Oh,
dreads.
Cole Anthony.
Cole Anthony. That's who I'm talking about. His dad was in the league too.
That's who I was talking about at first. Yeah, I can't believe. Them
They
boys want to
just got a
suck.
young team, man.
Boys want to sucks in Toronto last year, man. I done told them boys.
Nah. They did good by picking Scotty Barnes. Scotty
Bro,
Barnes is
that's what
Scotty Barnes is gonna be
bro.
that guy in a couple of
When
years. I
I tell
promise
you
you.
some Toronto fan was so mad at me, I was like, I like the pick that they picked this Scotty Barnes.
Oh yeah,
It
Scotty
fit
Barnes is a dog.
Toronto. And he was
He's
like,
a
no,
dog.
no. We had Suggs there, this, that, the third. I'm like, nah, I don't know if you've seen Scotty, but that's my guy. Like, I like this
Yeah,
game.
he's a
Rookie of
dog,
the
man.
year, Scotty
Yup.
Barnes. Put some respect on the name.
Put
But
some
I felt some
respect
type
on
of
my
way because
boy.
even last season when I thought Jalen Green really had a chance to be crazy last season with his first year, be rookie of the year type of vibes. But you know,
He
it's
got
just like
injured. He got
him.
injured. It was he didn't really mesh at the start of the season. He didn't really start coming on to the end.
Yeah,
You know, as
exactly.
far as like, you know,
Him and K, they literally had to get their bumps and bruises in early and figure
yeah.
out the league, the speed of it, and it came on tough at the end of the year. So it's
Yup.
like now I'm like, okay, I like it. But I was like, for me, I ain't gonna lie, last year, Scotty Barnes was my guy up and down. You know, I like the overall game by him, but I figured Jalen Green was gonna be that guy, man. I can't wait to see what this season brings for these guys
Yeah.
because you know I love to see these guys through their first year to like their fifth year. I always like, you know, within those years you could figure out what's what, who's what, how they're gonna
Exactly.
move, if they really gonna be that. So it's those first 5 years that you really get a feel like, all right, this player might actually really be something. So I think Jalen Green, that's still my guy for that last draft class. Even
No,
though
yeah,
Scotty is my real
I
guy,
agree.
but Jalen Green, I think he's going to be something special.
Nah, I agree. I was high on Jalen Green. Like I was super high on Jalen Green. I think that he has, out of everybody in that draft, he probably has the most upside offensively. Like he's somebody that he's a walking bucket. he's a
Yeah.
walking bucket. So I mean, I was really high on him. But what I love about Scotty is Scotty could be a walking bucket too, and that boy played defense. So I mean,
Yeah.
you got to give Scotty some props. I mean, boy could ball. Like
Yeah, he still got to
he's a
work on that
baller. He's a
three ball
dog.
though, man.
Yeah, but I mean
I mean,
that comes. I mean that's one
comes
thing.
with
That's one thing you can teach. That's one thing you can develop. You know, you can't develop, you know, IQ. I mean, you know, you could learn and you could get better, but I mean, a lot of stuff can't be taught. You can't teach speed. You can't teach, you know, somebody how to dunk or layup and stuff like that. Use their left hand, go up with their right in certain situations. But what you can do is you could develop a shot. Scott, it's gonna come by year 3. My boy is gonna be shooting 42% from 3. Mark my words. Scotty gonna work on
you
it.
said he gonna be shooting what for 3?
42%.
Yeah, shut up, bro. This is
42%.
He be throwing up numbers.
42%.
He's not Steph Curry.
42%. My boy,
He's
nah,
not Christian
he's
Wood.
He's not.
Like,
honestly, he'll be lucky. He'll be lucky. Not only say he'll be lucky, he'll be fortunate to be a 38, 30 in that area. If he could shoot about 38%, I mean, that'd be huge for his game. It'll be huge for the team. Him shooting 38%.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I want him to develop that three, but as long as he keeps taking advantage and he works on that post game too, because he's by the end of the season he started becoming a fantastic post player, and you know, just taking advantage of his size and his length. You know, understanding that he's really taller and longer than a lot of people out there. So when he get that mismatch, he just gotta, you know, run to the basket hard and, you know, get inside position. That whole sentence sounded suspect, but you know, it just do that and take advantage to get them easy twos.
Yeah, nah, I totally agree. So I'm seeing here on the NBA draft ticker, the Knicks, the Knicks are on here. They are said to be cooking up options and at number 11 to trade up or trade back. So they're saying that if they're able to trade up, they will be packaging number 11 along with Trey Burks and Julius Randle to move up. Now it just all depends on where they're trying to move up to and who.
That's a fact. Who could that be? Because
I,
this
I'm,
say Detroit,
I don't
and you
think it's
know
the
that's a
Kings,
super
man.
super.
Are you gonna really have Sabonis and Randall out on a floor at the same time? Like that,
Yeah, that's
man,
gonna be
that could be either
ugly.
really scary or like really scary. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you know,
because but it's just the problem is Randall thinks he's a superstar. So if he goes over there as a superstar, it's not gonna work.
no, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. He's
So
not a super. Oh, the pick is in. Who do
all
we
right.
got? More Magic. We got Jabari Smith. Oh, what did I say? What did
What,
I
my
say?
boy Frank?
What did I say? I called it.
Yo,
I
Houston
said it.
is mad.
I
Houston,
said it,
we
man.
have
I
a
said it.
problem.
I said it, man. I was really high on Paulo. I think Paulo.
Yes, sir.
I think Paulo is going to be a tremendously good fit out in Orlando. This was a good pickup. I mean, I honestly, either or, had they got Jabari or Paulo, I think it would have been good for either or. But I really like him going to Orlando. I
I ain't
like
gonna
this
lie.
pick.
This speaks volumes on what I was just saying about the faith in Cole Anthony and Jalen Suggs, because you went ahead and picked the person who could also create his own shot. So when
Yep.
the offense get a little stagnant,
He's gonna have to be the one that steps up.
step up, take them last second shots, could make something out of nothing.
Yep.
And that's gonna be fantastic about him. And like I said, you still got Wendell Carter back on that backline defense. So even if he gets beat, if he gives effort and he still gets beat, you got Wendell Carter to clean up after him. So it's like this is gonna be fantastic.
Yep. I really I'm high on this pick. I said it at the beginning of our broadcast. I really think that Orlando picks Paulo. And I gave my reasons why. He's going to be a difference maker for them on both sides of the ball, but I think more so on the offensive side because that's what they need. They need more, especially front court scoring. They need that. But he's going to be I want to say he's going to be a tweener. He's going to be playing the 3 and the 4 a lot.
Yeah, let's keep it 100 though. Him and Franz Wagner. That's gonna be fun to watch. I ain't gonna lie, because Franz came in and said like, I don't know, one of his strengths was something about defense. I was like, yo, he's gonna get torched on defense because I could just see. And he always give effort on defense. That's what you love about him. Hey, he's not a fantastic defender, but he turned around and been actually good on offense as far as passing the ball and scoring the ball, and making plays for himself as well. So now you got two people in the front court who could do that. It's gonna be something cool. I like this. I like this one here. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I definitely like this pick. I think he's gonna be a difference maker day one. I think I dare I say it, I think he may be rookie of the year. Dare I say it?
He's probably gotta have the highest chances of being rookie of the year.
Yeah,
and
going to
even
Orlando.
Despite of whoever we figured was gonna be number one, whether it was gonna be Chet, Jabari, or him, whoever would have went number one. And if it wasn't him, he still would have been like, I still see Paolo being more of that number one guy. And this is tough because they just had dinners all set up for all of them and everybody to meet in Houston, and that plan is blown. Their war room is going crazy. I've been in the war
they
room
go
before.
crazy.
I've been in the war room before. I was on the 2K League war rooms, man.
Yeah, with the Heat. I mean, not with the Heat, with the Hawks.
With the Hawks.
With the Hawks, yeah.
It ain't nothing like the real NBA. But
I mean, it's similar, yeah. It's very similar.
Yeah. So it's like once your pick get picked up, and you were looking through your papers, like, damn, this is my next option. This is what.
Yeah, you kind of can start scrambling a little bit. It's not panic, but it's more of an anxiety.
It's more questioning now because it's like, all right, as Houston, it's like, all right, now we got to question who's going to be here for us. We still figured Chet is still number 2. Let's keep it 100. So now you got to think. We got Jabari. That's
but
still
do they go for Jabari, or do they go for a proven, like, do they get a center? I mean, you have quality centers that could be on the board. I don't know if you want to spend that high of a pick on a center this early.
No, because a lot of the centers, I can't lie, a lot of the centers are more inside who's still here, who's dominant.
Mm-hmm.
And then you probably got a guy like Mark Williams who passes the ball, does that, but he's not a number 3 pick.
Yeah, but you're talking about somebody going to Houston.
Houston number
I'm
3, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If they do get somebody like a Mark Williams who can pass the ball, who can facilitate, and that can score in the paint, get rebounds, I mean, that's kind of what you need, and necessarily because
Yeah, but let's
look what
keep it
you got.
100. You gotta realize though, Houston still has a number 17th pick in this draft, so you don't waste the number 3 on a guy that you could possibly get.
Get in number 17 or trade up for and get
exactly.
Get sooner. Yeah.
So it's like, right here, it's still just putting it like, is it Jabari going to OKC?
OKC. I don't think it's Jabari. I think it's going to be Chet. I think it's Chet. Who do we got? Who do we got? We got Chet. Chet Holmgren. Chet is going to OKC.
Okay.
Chet has been drafted number 2 overall to OKC. His pro player comp, even Evan Mobley, who is on the Cavs.
Evan Mobley?
That's his pro player comp.
That's some big shoes to fill.
That's some huge shoes to fill.
Because
Evan Mobley is a beast.
Let's remember he was number 2 on Rookie of the Year.
Number 2 last year. Yeah.
So it's like that's some big shoes, and he's for a big man, he's changed defense for a big man. So now when you look for defense from a big man, it's like you look at Evan Mobley, you be like, that's what I want from my big.
Evan Mobley sides his feet, and he could literally guard like 1 through like 2 almost. Like Evan Mobley is that guy defensively. Mm-hmm. And he sees the floor incredibly well. He could pass the ball well for a big. He's not consistent like moving out and shooting, but I mean he could give you a couple. He could give you some mid-range game. Like my boy could score.
And this the thing about Chet. Chet could give you the 3-point game. So and he's confident in it. Yeah, so that's the Chet one. That's the two things that's the thing that's different. Like his floor spacing is different. Like I like it. Well, we expected this to be the pick.
Nah, we did.
Regardless. So it's like it's not a surprise there. I think Paolo, I like that Paolo one though.
Yeah, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this at all. I think that he's gonna do really well out there. I think that one thing that OKC definitely needed was was rim presence on the defensive end. Chet gives you that. And then on top of that, Chet also gives you tremendous floor spacing. So now you got Shaka create. You got other guys out there. What's the other guard that they have? The forward. Giddey. Yeah, my boy Giddey. Giddey could create. Mm-hmm. You know, you got guys that could really space the floor and get to the rim at the same time. And not to mention, Chet is very crafty. He has really good footwork. He has he's very crafty around the rim. He's excelled at backing down defenders, also on the block and rising up and shooting that almost Kevin Durant-esque, I want to say. And not to mention,
imagine.
I wouldn't compare him. I wouldn't compare him to KD. Well, the only reason why I wouldn't compare him to KD is because I think KD can do a lot more than what Chet can do. But I will say Chet is very close to it. I mean, if there's anybody close to what KD can do as far as like scoring, Chet is there. So we got Houston at number 3. Do they go with Jabari? I mean, this is a toss up in the air because I mean a lot of drafts, a lot of mocks had Jabari going first. I mean, we thought Jabari was gonna go first.
It's just on package, baby.
Yeah, but like I said, I think Jabari's still a good fit here because you got the big man who showed out like he was Jokic. All their names, I'm just horrible with names right now.
Yeah, I don't. They might be a good. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna be a good pick. I think that if they do grab Jabari, I think that this
I
would
think it would
be
be better.
a good
I
pick
think it
for
would
them.
fit because you at least still got the point guard. God damn, why are these
I know
names?
who you're talking about. But
Kevin Porter Jr. Kevin
yeah,
Porter
Kevin Porter
Jr.
Jr.
and
Yeah,
Jalen Green, who's gonna put so much pressure on the defense, will open up shots for Jabari Smith to actually shoot 40% from 3 in the league.
yeah. You know who else I'm pretty high on? Jalen Duran. I'm high on Jalen Duran too. I don't think that he's gonna go. I don't think that he's gonna crack the top 10. But I mean, he's somebody that you could definitely look here as far as if you're looking for a power forward or center in that position, and you want to
You
get
need
somebody that
somebody.
high. Keegan Murray also. I think I'm high on Keegan Murray as well.
Yeah, you need
Um,
somebody in the front court who's
yeah,
gonna give you what Christian Woods gave you. Let's lie. Let's not lie about that.
yeah.
Because you got to replace that now. You got rid of him. He ain't fit the timeline anyway for y'all. Like, so you got rid of him. So now you got to replace that. So it's about what they do. Because literally, you need some defense out there. I ain't gonna hold you. That's something that y'all definitely lacking. That's the thing.
Your mic is you're getting a lot of feedback on your mic. So with the third pick, the Houston Rockets do go ahead and select Jabari Smith.
Well, I'm still getting feedback. I'm good.
Just a little bit. It's staticky, but it's not crazy. But yeah, so Jabari Smith, pro player comp, Jaren Jackson Jr. I'm not mad at that comp at all. I mean, I don't think he could shoot the 3 as well as Jaren Jackson, but I'm not mad at that comp. And X has some technical difficulties right now. All right, we good? You good?
Yeah, is it still doing it?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you're good. I mean, it's not like it could be my headphones. I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
But what I was saying was the Rockets went ahead and selected Jabari Smith, pro player comp, Jaren Jackson Jr. I'm not mad at that comp. I don't think that Jabari shoots the 3 as well as Jaren, but I mean, I'm not mad at that comp.
Yeah, no, because the thing about it is he brings you versatility on that defensive end.
Yeah.
The ability to be out there and also help protect the rim with his size and length. So that's a fantastic comp.
So for everybody in the so for everybody in the chat, if you got any questions for us, go ahead and shoot them now while we're here. Probably gonna cover maybe the first 15 picks, so to say. We'll probably stay in here for the lottery.
Call it a day.
Yeah, I'm not mad at this, man. Not mad at this. I
definitely need to see who our bum ass Knicks pick.
You know, and it's crazy because I had Paulo going first. I wanted Paulo to go first. I thought that Jabari was going to go first. But I had Paulo going first, and I said, if Paulo goes first, Houston more than likely gets Jabari.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because these 3 picks, you're not mad at. Either way they went in the top 3, you're not mad where they go.
It might adjust your game plan of how you want it to play, but it's just like it's still fantastic no matter what.
Okay, so now we're looking at the number 4 pick. We're looking at Sacramento.
This is the
big Sacramento one. Trade out. Like, I mean, what's gonna happen, man? Like this is probably the most exciting pick because I don't think Sacramento makes his pick. I don't.
Yeah. I think they're gonna still pick him, but just to trade him. And because the guy, you gotta say, if they really sit here and actually do pick him and keep him. I don't know what to do because I know they was high on Keegan Murray. So Keegan Murray was actually a guy who they want in Sacramento, and he would actually be a better fit, being in that 4 spot, being that 3 spot, the 3-4, you know what I mean, playing those positions with his defense, and that's something that they really need out there that they're lacking. They got their point guard. Yeah, he could guard guards, but you need a wing defender.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if it's your headphones or your mic, but when you do talk, it sounds a little distorted. You might want to unplug the mic and plug it back in.
that's literally what I did.
All right, Mike Brown, who do you pick? The pick is in. Oh, the Kings draft Keegan Murray.
Yeah, I see it. What about it? I'm good now.
Kings draft Keegan Murray. Pro player comp, TJ Warren. I'm not even mad at that. I like that. As far as being a dog defensively, Keegan Murray definitely gives you that.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, this opens it. Hold on. Jeez. Yeah, I think that's a fantastic pick for them. Like I said, they need that wing defender who can hold it down, defend, grab rebounds and things like that. Because they have a point of attacking defender and you know what I'm talking about, the Mitchell. Davion Mitchell, who's fantastic on defense, but when it comes to stopping wings, it's like he's useless. It's kind of like a Pat Beverly effect where it's like, all right, you good, you could guard guards, but once you have to switch out and once you have to play guys on the wing, it's like it's nothing you could do about that.
Right. No, I definitely like this pick for them. and he gives you somebody because Sabonis doesn't give you defense. Sabonis gives you offense. Sabonis is a liability defensively. I think Keegan Murray kind of is gonna pick up that slack. That could be somebody that could be behind Sabonis. Sabonis, let him go through. I got you on the back end. Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm not mad at this pick at all. Now it goes to say, does Detroit keep their pick?
I mean, I think so. I'm good now. I think so. I think they keep their pick, and this is where they pick up another backcourt help. And now DeJounte Murray is not somebody you even looking at, because you got a guy like Jaden Ivey.
I don't even think that they go to Jaden Ivey. I see maybe a Benedict. I think Benedict, Mathurin, or even Shaden Sharp. I look at two of those guys. Two guys that can shoot the ball, that can alleviate the pressure on Cade, that can they don't need the ball. They don't need to be ball dominant. They don't need the ball in their hands to affect the game. Like they're just shooters. They're going out there and they're gonna knock the shots down. So I think Benedict or Shaden Sharp.
Nah, I think the reason I like a Jaden Ivey, I think Jaden Ivey is one of the biggest talents in this league, and the fact that you actually may need some guard help right here, and why not go with one of the best ones to put him next to one of your guys? Like, I would go with the best guy available. We'll figure it out and make things happen from there, because I can't lie, that's probably one of the other things you need, somebody who could score other than Cade and somebody who could make something happen on the court. And the thing about it, you could run plays and have Jaden Ivey off ball. He works well shooting off ball and then catching lobs off ball. And Cade actually been shooting fantastic when catching shoots. But guess what? He don't have another guard out there who could really put pressure on him and allow him to get a catch and shoot jumper.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Let me see. I don't have the pick in just yet.
Pascal Siakam. Player comparison? Nah, Keegan Murray's a good wing.
I
But
mean,
I would
not,
like
from what I'm seeing, they got a TJ Warren as the player comp. But I mean, I'm not mad at the other comp either. What you say, Siakam?
yeah, that's what it showed. I'm just
Yeah,
looking at the
I'm not mad at that
screen.
comp either. I'm not mad at that comp either. Saying you're trying to refresh the feed.
That's
See what
gonna be
these Knicks are doing.
fire. What the Knicks are doing? If the Knicks don't pick my guy, man, I'm gonna wait till it come around so he can make the. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I think Detroit trading. I think with Detroit trading Jeremy Grant, I think Randall kind of fits a need for them too. And you get an extra pick. You get a number 11 pick. So you still got a guy that you could get at 11, like Ty, or if you're looking at guards, you still got a guy like Ty or even Benedict at that spot.
Yeah, well, do they have another pick? Because I ain't
Well, I'm
gonna
saying
lie.
if they was to trade with the Knicks, they would have the 11th pick.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but Jaden
But
Ivey
you're
ain't gonna
asking
be
if they have
11 at 11.
if they have
They
another
got
pick in this
36 in the second round.
36 in the second round.
Yeah, nah, I ain't moving. I ain't gonna lie. I'm picking Ivy. You can call me what you want. But me and Cade,
I mean, I ain't mad
we're
at
gonna
you.
have
I ain't mad at you. I ain't
we're
mad
gonna
at
have
that.
a backcourt.
I mean, maybe I'm Knicks. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a little biased, of course. You're a Knicks
I
fan.
can hear it.
Yeah, it is what it is. You're a little bit more realistic than I am. I'm a little bit more optimistic than you are. So, we look at it from that aspect. But I mean, I don't know. I think Shaden Sharp is good too, bro. I'm high on Shaden Sharp. I really am. I think Shaden Sharp is if I was to put his player comp with anybody, not defensively, but offensively, he's up there with Clay. He has that ability, bro. He could draw defenses in. He could knock down a shot. He got the dead eye badge on, 2K style. Like that boy is a shooter. Love him.
I mean, I wouldn't sit there and say Shaden Sharp is. I'll give it shoot. He's a lot more than Clay. Let's keep it 100. As far as offensively, because this guy can actually create his own shot. Clay Thompson, he could do his own get to his little spot and make something happen.
Shaden Sharp could get to the rim. He could boom on. He could boom on.
I'm saying. I'm not gonna disrespect Shaden like that, and that's no disrespect to Clay, but offensively.
No, I didn't mean it in a disrespectful way. I'm talking about as far as shooting the ball.
I know what you mean. As far as shooting,
yeah.
Cool, but I'm still not gonna disrespect him like that. Like, I ain't gonna disrespect Clay or Shaden because we ain't gonna say, oh yeah, he got the Clay shooting ability. We'll have to see that first. But we seen what he could do with on the ball. He got that bounce. He is something different. He's more of like throw it to Zach LaVine type of thing.
Listen, you got your wish. You got your wish. The Pistons pick up Jaden Ivey.
Bro, you going to the backcourt of the future. We putting seats. We putting butts in seats. We are putting the ball in the basket. And we're going to make it happen out there. That's what they plan on doing, and that's what they're going to do.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not. Oh, excuse me. So Jaden Ivey to the Pistons. Or is it a trade? Do we got a stunner?
Yo,
I mean, hey, man, you never know, man. You never know what these are. It could be a Luka Trae Young situation right here. Never know, man. I never understood that. I never understood. Never understood that, man. I never understood drafting the dude and trading him just to draft the dude that was because like the Hawks and the Mavs, they really didn't have to trade. There was literally back-to-back picks.
Were they really?
Yeah, there was back-to-back picks, bro. Look at that draft over again. There was back-to-back picks.
Did they switch any picks?
The Hawks had the pick first.
What I'm saying is, did they switch any picks after that? Because it could have been like they could have also traded a second round in that same.
No, I'm not sure.
draft.
I'm not sure about that. But I do know that there was back-to-back picks. So I do know that the Hawks had the pick, and then the Mavs was the very next pick, and they literally just swapped. So
Yeah, but it's also
you
probably
know,
got to be a back end to that. I ain't even gonna lie to you because that don't even make any sense. Like it don't matter.
it
You
doesn't.
know what
That's
I
what I'm
mean?
saying. It didn't make any sense. It
So
didn't make any sense the day it happened. Like, hold on, I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google it right now. But I promise you, like, there was literally back to back picks.
let me see.
What year was that draft? That
I
was
don't know.
2019, right?
You could just Google it. See, they was traded for additional first rounders.
But still doesn't make any sense to me.
How it don't make any sense? The other team got more picks.
I mean, but yeah, you look at it from like, all right, Dallas wanted Luka, and the Hawks wanted Trey. Y'all could have just,
Yeah.
y'all could have just,
But
you
the
know what I'm
thing
saying, just
about it
grabbed
is
the
like
Trey.
the thing about it is just like, yo, let's get another pick. Let's get another pick while we're here.
I mean, no, I get it. It's more strategic because if Dallas is
Why?
calling you like, yo, are you gonna pick up Luka? Because if you pick up Luka, like, yo, bro, I'll give you all of this, bro. And I know you was looking at Trey too, so I'll get Trey and then I'll give you Trey.
And
But
you
you're gonna
get
have
this
to give
other
me all the.
player.
I mean, but yeah, because that comes into the war room situation where you're looking at it. It's chess now. You're playing chess
Mhm.
essentially. You know,
Because no matter which pick you went with, they're both fantastic.
Nah, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Oh man, so the Pacers, man, what do the Pacers do? What do the Pacers do here? Do they get a big man because they plan on training Turner, or what do we do here?
They still
Pacers,
got. Nah, I
the
think they're
Pacers were
gonna.
projected to get
They
Keegan
probably,
Murray. They was projected
yeah,
to pick up Keegan Murray.
so they're probably gonna go for another forward. You know, I think like Benedict Mathurin
Jalen
or something,
Duren,
maybe.
Jalen Duren, Johnny Davis,
Well, yeah,
Jeremy
Benedict Mathurin still
Sochin.
up there, bro. That's
Yeah,
probably gonna
Benedict's
be.
up there. Benedict is still here. AJ Griffin, Dyson Daniels. I mean, you still got plenty of picks here. Ty.
Osman.
It just depends on what
Jang.
they want. All right, so the pick is in. Can we get an update? Can we get this updated? Pick is in.
I'd rather get. Because you're gonna knock my stuff over and I don't need it. Come here though. Really get some love. I don't want you to think I'm neglecting you. I'm just in the middle of something. Jeez, I thought you said the pick is in.
It says the pick is in. Pacers. Pick is in. I'm waiting for it. I'm refreshing my feed on my phone, refreshing the feed on Google. Like it says the pick is in. Yeah, it was good, Indiana. Nah, they had to trade. They traded the pick. Because anytime they keep the pick is in this long and they haven't even announced it, is definitely there's a trade going on.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, throw out 3 potential trade partners right now. 3 potential trade partners. Who we got?
For this, because you want Jaden Ivey. What you mean? The Knicks is about to jump here. Oh, look, the
Maybe.
pick is in.
Here we go.
University of Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Benedict. I'm not mad at this pick. I'm not mad at this pick at all. I'm a little upset that my phone is not refreshing, so I didn't get the pick before it was announced. But I'm not mad at this pick at all. Benedict he has a lot of upside as far as scoring. I think that defensively he still has a lot to work on. But I mean he's somebody that you can put with Malcolm Brogdon and be able to create a lot more offense and everything. He's going to be somebody.
We ain't even talking about Brogdon. We talking about Halliburton, man. Brogdon is out of there. I heard they even put him on a trade block. They looking for potential movements with Brogdon.
I mean, I'm not mad at that either.
Halliburton.
Halliburton is fantastic. I was high on him as well. I was a little bit upset that the Kings trade that was the trade that the Kings made.
That's a fact. I'm mad.
I think that the Kings should have kept him, and they should have shipped out
Fox.
What's his face? Fox, yeah. I think De'Aaron Fox is great, but I think Halliburton brings way more to your offense. He brings 3-point scoring. With Fox is not a great 3-point scorer. The only thing Fox really has to his advantage is his speed and his explosiveness. I don't think that he sees the floor as well as Halliburton. He doesn't shoot the ball as well as Halliburton. And not to mention, Halliburton is lengthy and very defensive. He's he'll play some defense.
Yeah, he's willing to, because
Fox not giving you that.
Because the thing about Halliburton is, like, Halliburton's more of a floor general type of guy. He's just a guy who's going to be out there making the right plays, making things happen. And Fox is somebody who was just going to attack the basket, and he was going to make his own play. And it's just like, at the end of the day, it's like, to find somebody who's willing and want to be a floor general, it's a tough thing to find. So it's like, once you get that, it's like you should hold on to that. I don't care how that play. They just had to have so much faith in De'Aaron Fox to do that.